A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes in between the Earth and the sun. And so from our viewpoint here on the Earth, we're going to see portions of the sun gradually disappear over time. And if you happen to be in the right spot, which Nashville is, then you will see the sun completely obscured for a little bit of time. For us, it'll be about for 2 minutes, up to 2 minutes and 40 seconds. The whole thing takes about 3 hours. We have about an hour and a half of partial eclipse before totality. Then we have that 2 minutes of totality for downtown Nashville. And then we have another hour and a half, roughly, of the partial eclipse.
You know, if it's completely cloudy, it's still going to get dark. And dark in a way, we're used to twilight taking an hour or more to happen. And here, the really noticeable darkness happens right in that span of 10 or 15 minutes. And so all of a sudden it gets really dark because you haven't just covered it with a cloud, you've covered the whole sun with the moon, and then it comes back out again. So it's just a very weird, I've had people that chase eventually get clouded out. And they say, actually, those were kind of fun, that they were really weird and interesting.
I'm doing a science project called Citizen Kate. It's about 60-something telescopes set up from Oregon down to South Carolina, all along the eclipse path. And we're going to be looking at the inner corona of the sun. A total eclipse is the only time we can see that. And so we wanted to use identical equipment at all the different sites and film the inner corona and see what's happening there. The corona has a temperature of over 1 million degrees, but the surface of the sun is only about 6,000 degrees. So the area right up next to the sun is the interesting area where somehow it gets from 6,000 to 1 million degrees. And we're not quite sure how something that's only 6,000 degrees can heat something up to 1 million degrees. And so that's one of the science projects we're doing.
We're actually watching a lot of different animals for changes because we're not really quite sure which ones are going to show signs that they are confused or they think something's coming. We just don't know. So we're going to be watching lots of different animals. We're particularly interested in primate behavior and bird behaviors.
One thing that will be critical is that this is going to be a big learning curve for Nashville and for the entire United States. This is the first time that we've had an event, especially celestial, that's this large and impacts so many people. And so it's really going to teach us a lot about what to expect when the next total solar eclipse comes through. So we have one in 2024 as well. Nashville's not in the path of totality, but a lot of cities will be in the path of totality, and a lot of the U.S. will see the partial eclipse. And so this will really better help prepare us for the next solar eclipse, and the U.S. for that matter.
It's been an exciting time for the community. It's really a chance for science outreach. I work at a university, and mostly it's teaching students and stuff. And so the chance to get out to the public and get the general public interested in stuff. It's a great chance for people to get a little science in and just see something that's just going to be amazing.
On the eclipse day, August 21st, we open at 9 a.m. We're offering guests a chance to come out and observe animals while they're watching the eclipse. The eclipse is a 3-hour window. So as it's getting dark, and then again as it's getting lighter, are the animal behaviors changing? And we're asking people to record that. Take pictures, record video, text, emails, any different way that you can send us information. There's an app out there called iNaturalist where you can make observations and you can use the Nashville Zoo Eclipse program to help coordinate that into an area that we have. We're handing out 5,000 solar eclipse glasses to the first 5,000 people through our entrance. So we encourage people to come out and get here early. We are expecting a tremendous amount of people that day. And we're hoping that people will be able to make observations and really help us with a crowdsourcing observation platform that hopefully people can use down the road.
We have an event planned in the stadium. We'll have students, and we're going to have K through 12 students that would have lived outside of the zone of totality, and so we've invited them to come in to witness it at the stadium. So it's going to be a little bit of fun, And I'm really looking forward to seeing how they react.
We're getting emails from people all over the country, some from outside of the country, that are coming to Nashville specifically for this event. And they are choosing to spend their day at the zoo because it gives them something to do besides just watch the moon cover the sun. It gives them another element that they haven't done before. So a lot of these people chase eclipses around the planet. And they go to all these different places. So we're getting people like that are coming in. Scientists are very interested in what we're doing. A lot of news media outlets are very interested in what we're doing. And because of that, we're getting more and more people that are interested in, even if they're not coming out to our event, at least knowing what happened out here and what we've seen.
The really good thing that we're seeing is that, go back about a year ago, basically very few people in Nashville knew about the opportunity that we were going to have on August 21st of this year. And so social media, especially in the past few months, has really hyped up the knowledge about what's going to happen and what this very rare opportunity that a lot of people are going to have. So yeah, if it wasn't for social media, I would say that a good portion of the population in Nashville still wouldn't have a good understanding of the solar eclipse or how to prepare for it, really.
That window is very short. All other times that you look up in the sky, make sure that you are wearing these glasses. Right now, I'm putting them on. If you've got proper glasses, I can't see you right now. But when I look up at the sun, I can get an idea of what's going on.
Really, really small kids, don't bother them about it. They're not going to remember and they're not going to be interested. I think a good rule of thumb is if they're good with keeping sunglasses on, regular sunglasses, they're probably old enough to make good use of the solar glasses. If they rip off everything you put on their face, just let them run around and play.
It's my first total eclipse, but in 1984 I was in Chattanooga and I witnessed a partial eclipse at that point. I'm just excited to be a part of it that day. I am a huge solar eclipse fan, so to be right in the middle of the shadow, right in totality, I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm really hoping it's going to be a clear day because I want to see totality. Like the rest of everybody, I'm hoping it's going to be clear skies so I can see all the things that come with it. I mean, they talk about the shadows that you'll see in the solar banding and the pearls and the diamond ring and the totality, and all of it is just, I'm really looking forward to it.
So yeah, this will be my first total solar eclipse. And I've seen partial eclipses before, but I'm super excited for this one because, especially based on how other people have been describing the solar eclipse and what, how they felt. Everybody describes it as something that you'll never experience anything else like it. So that really gets me excited for it.
This will be my first total eclipse. I saw an annular eclipse about 4 years ago out in Arizona, but this is my first total, so I'm looking forward to it.